My mum always tried to hide her wedding photos, and today I found out why. His form is incredible. Friends and I decided to go camping, but none of us knew how to set up a tent. Here's how we slept. Nah, 4 inches is actually huge. If that's huge, then damn, I must be God. What could your employer do to better support your mental health? Double my salary? The definition of work smarter, not harder. The neighbor doesn't even try. My neighbor's dog got out again. Which one's your neighbor's dog? Whoever painted this rock to look like a finger? Screw you. Me, getting ready to believe in love again. Lava and jellyfish are 2 incredibly attractive substances that beg my monkey brain to touch them, but simultaneously would be the absolute worst possible things to touch. Look at that group. Things I want to touch: jellyfish, lava, fat squirrels. Things that will mess me up. Jobs will call you back 7 months later. Like, are you still interested? Bro, I'm homeless now. Why should we hire you? Because you're literally hiring. What the hell is this question? I don't know. You're looking for employees. I'm looking for employment. Why wouldn't you hire me? Nobody. Me? I think I'll make a little bowl of cereal. Saw this assistant's dog with its pig plushie after a long day of work. All I want for Christmas is you. Re-enters global Spotify top 10. Here goes her infinite money glitch. Guys, you got kicked out of the house. Look, there's a bed in the back. I still have good relations with my folks. I just have to keep moving. My mum forced me to buy 2 hamsters because one would be lonely. They made 7 babies. She ate 6. The baby that survived ate the mother, and the dad who saw these starved himself to death when your homie gets put on the other team in dodgeball. So apparently girls don't like it when you use an Android emulator on a date to scam McDonald's out of 30 McNuggets. She said, "Hey Eli, just wanted to be upfront. I think you're a cool guy, but the thing you did with the 3 McDonald's apps was weird and embarrassing. I don't think it's going to work out." I thought they'd be impressed. Sent a selfie and I received this meme as a reply. Why did you post yourself twice? My friend's girlfriend's dad sent them an extra large cutting board for their housewarming by mistake. The best part of the Oreo is the black cookie parts, not the frosting. Deal with it. Darkness without light is an abyss. Light without darkness is blinding. You cannot have a coin with one side. Yo, Socrates, it's a cookie. I am not wanting to die. I have never felt like that in my life. In fact, I actually wish immortality was a thing. Me, when my doctors wouldn't let me out of the hospital. Fallen tree swings back into its old position after being cut in half, like it never died. Get rich, then get off the grid LinkedIn edition. So they worked for Microsoft for 22 years, then now they're a goose farmer. Babe, I took 5 pregnancy tests. They all came back positive. Me, thinking about how I'll afford to raise 5 babies. My Dasher delivered my food and then apparently sent me something so obscene they refunded me. Your order was cancelled. To shield you from inappropriate content from your Dasher, we've cancelled this order. We're sorry for the inconvenience caused. Were they picking up your food naked? Just because you put this floor in doesn't mean the rent should be $1,250. Owner, you are right, we forgot about that. Corrected price is now $2,800. Not a track, not a sign of life. I bet I'm the only human in miles and miles. You bet you're the only what? He doesn't know. iShowSpeed has said he will be running in the 100-meter dash at the 2028 Olympic Games. 4 years of training, I actually believe he can do pretty good when the time comes. When I clean the house, I involve my 2-year-old and he loves it. Yesterday, my little guy came up to me and proudly said, "I cleaned the up for you." Guys, he cleaned the TV with a sanding sponge. When are bears most active? So googling bear calendar gave me an amazing calendar full of grizzly hairy men. I'm buying those too, but I didn't have my... I'm not a big fan of ballet. My wife said it would be an unforgettable experience. It was. Make it make sense. Team Cope tallying. Nuclear grade reaction image just dropped. The thinner tree was cut years ago, and the big one has been holding and feeding it since then. Trees being bros. Can't believe I'm still receiving these types of messages in college. My room still smells like you. I miss you so much it makes me sick. I'm drunk. Sorry. Girlfriend told me not to eat too many hot dogs at the wedding tonight. Better to ask for forgiveness. Unbearably cool shot composition for a photo about eating too many hot dogs. Chipotle messed up my order and I accidentally just broke 7 years of veg. Goodbye, Chipotle. We are done. I bet that was good as hell, huh? My son is fine. Ma'am, this is where your daughter sleeps. For all you out there looking for a practical family car, look no further than the Ford GT. Nice factory installed butt warmers, no extra charge. 6-year-old me, watching as my dad checks for monsters under my bed, but doesn't come back up. As you got older, what did you realize? You cannot mix all of your friend groups. How would you treat a sick fish? Theory 1, medicate the fish. Theory 2, clean the tank. Why does no one live in this part of Africa? People don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Everybody put your deadbeat baby daddy on the timeline so we can jump him. Before you participate, do remember, guess who picked your baby daddy? One of these could cure a lot of problems for me right now. How PE teachers expect us to react after blasting cringy, outdated 2016 music to hype us up at 8 AM. Pro tip, don't trade on an iPhone with a curved display. I don't really feel like eating and drinking stuff from an alternate reality, okay? Me, when someone tries to feed me British food. Ariana Grande's Google profile now includes actress for her career. Isn't that what she started off as? Cat ownership is associated with 2 times odds of developing schizophrenia. That's a funny way of saying cats are physically active creatures who will share the blessings of peering beyond the veil if they feel like it with you. I'm so awful. Like, I have a fairy-tailed beautiful cat who looks like this, and yet I twist myself in knots trying to take the most evil, unflattering photos possible. Panga, I am sorry. What the hell, girl? Sure. Million are always 30 minutes late. I'll be there in 8 minutes. The 9 minutes ago really brings this all together. Perfect post. This would make my day worse. Sorry for the damage on your car. Can't afford to fix it, but here's some chocolate instead. No, wait. So this is what these are for. Energizer tried launching a smartphone with a battery that would last a week between charges. Imagine laying in bed on your back and you accidentally drop this cinder block on your face. Lower class, wife doesn't work. Middle class, wife works. Upper middle class, wife works. Upper class, wife runs a small business and loses 10k a month. Being 30 in 2024 and being 30 in 1994, I no longer feel hunger. Former competitive eating champion Takeru Kobayashi announces his retirement. This was the coolest possible thing to say. If I were a children's show animator, I would simply not be a pervert. Thanks, toe sucker. Oh, I forgot. Ultrasonic waves produced by bats might occasionally disrupt the autofocus of cameras, resulting in this effect. Gotta hand it to them, this was interesting as hell. Thoughts? I have never seen an image that is so incorrect. Any guy can be a baby girl, but it takes a man to be a wife. Do you ever think before you post? Yes, I think, tee-hee, and then I click post. Why do men instantly become more attractive after getting a girlfriend? You need to check for dirty disease if a man becomes more attractive to you once he's taken. Judging others is a sin, by the way. Why are people still here? Genuinely curious. I do not trust any of the allegedly painless methods for ending your life. My dad bought Elden Ring, died to the first enemy and rage quit. I now have a free copy of Elden Ring. My favorite quote from him is, "This is not a real game. If the liver grows back, what's stopping me from just selling it endlessly? Being chained to a rock." I thought this was about Prometheus. Listening to the Kendrick at 2 p.m. Already listened, it's an 8. It's been out for 13 minutes. You've heard 4 songs. Listened in 4 times speed. 3rd graders when they get a 5-minute timeout after committing literal assault and battery on their friend. Diarrhea used to literally kill people, and now I'll eat foods that I know will give me diarrhea because they taste good. It's the pinnacle of excess. Driving home from Dairy Queen, knowing I'm about to spend an hour on the toilet. Glad people are making fun of this show, so I can post this really stupid clip of him using his autism powers. Wait, people without autism can't see the HUD? Yes, Mr. Casino, my husband didn't eat his vegetables, so don't let him gamble. 250-word essay due by midnight, and I have no idea what to write. 250-word essay, what to write? Yeah, time to hit the oil rig. Baby Gronk has called out the Rizzler to a boxing match. You are too scared of me to respond. Imagine going to college and getting a journalism degree just to end up typing out this tweet. Amazing. The store's Roomba got lost since yesterday and hasn't returned. If you see it, please let us know. Me emerging from the clothing rack at Kmart after my mum had announced my name over the intercom. Hate to say it, but British people had the right idea with saying, "What's all this then?" Like literally, what's all this then? My mum texting me from an anime convention. Good God, this is a freak show. We just got here. A lot of people that look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Help. My daughter went to a Laser Quest birthday party yesterday. She set her username to a girl. I asked her why she didn't pick Bloodstone or Skull Crusher, and she said, "Every time I zapped a boy, they'd know it was a girl, then that took them out." Proud dad. The Lumi Bean is going on an adventure. Oh my god, road trip. Take me on a road trip. Ending your life isn't the answer. Us every day, because being alive is so cool. Overheard a phone conversation, and you had the deed. How many times? Yeah, that's not technically a bromance. Professor was honest at least. Is there anything I need to know for the exam that isn't already on the module? There is nothing you can study for this exam. Come as you are. Hitman. Target eliminated. Credit card gets declined. The Hitman. Stay with me, man. I work with a guy from Mexico who doesn't speak a lot of English. A Canadian goose made a nest by one of the paddock gates and hissed at him while he was putting horses out. He comes back to us after and says, "I do not like the Cobra chicken." How can anyone be mad at other people for imperfect English when gems such as that exist? The look the genie gives me as I use my 3rd wish to nuke France for the 3rd time. Stupid of you to dehydrate citrus at 350 degrees degrees for 55 minutes when you can just do the math and dehydrate at 19,250 degrees for 1 minute. New office neighbor has a very sensible office door policy. Door open. Very welcome to knock and come in. Yes, I would love to have a chat. Door closed. Please do not knock at my door or come in unless you have urgent business. I am extremely distracted and I will talk to you until the end of time instead of writing my work. Never come in without knocking. List of things that are urgent business. The building or someone is on fire. You're bringing me coffee. Revolution. There is a dog. I don't like mustard. Turkey noises. What noise does a turkey make? Gravy on potatoes. What? Not like us, Thanksgiving edition. When my manager tells the customer the exact same thing I just did. New Red Lobster CEO says endless shrimp is never coming back because I know how to do math. If you want to watch a 27-year-old fight a 58-year-old man so badly, just put me in the same room with my father. Just saw the fattest black guy walk out of Best Buy with a copy of the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection. Kiss the box looking so happy. Made my day. I hope he has fun. How I learned English. School, games, movie. Son told me he's saving all his money to travel for when he turns 21. So I said, when I was 21, I had a job, rent and a girlfriend. And he responded, sorry, I decided to be happy instead. And now I need a couple hours alone to process. Oh yeah, you tried being witty to him and he just smacked you back. The Thanksgiving I was 37, I was dating a 45-year-old guy. And my sister who was 33 was dating the 25-year-old son of the guy I was dating. Alright, that's a really strange dynamic. Partway through Thanksgiving dinner, my dad got up, went outside and mowed my sister's yard to calm himself down. When you're entering a new biome. Reba McEntire reveals she wants to be in a Marvel movie. I don't even know who this is. A single mom who works 2 jobs and loves her kids and never stops is already a superhero. My wife called to tell me she saw a fox on the way to work. I asked her how she knew it was on its way to work. She hung up on me. When she's threatening to swerve the car into a tree. But you've been ready for a few years now. Need him helpless, like a wounded animal crawling to safety, which is me. 6-year-old me, after trying my parents' toothpaste instead of my Strawberry Flash McQueen toothpaste. Villains getting domesticated is the funniest thing to me. Protag 1. Protag 2. Strong evil guy now in a powerless state that is kinda chill. Who would this be? Remember that 3 items from the store to make the cashier most uncomfortable meme? Apparently I accidentally found a winning combo tonight at the corner store. One of the usual clerks shot me with a really weird look when I was checking out with these. Poor man's beach vacation. Jimmy Budget. My mom decided today, on her birthday, she wanted to break 23 years of trust and bond we had built by telling me I'm in the NFL and I need to pay for my own phone bill. I feel betrayed. New family tradition. Every year, my girls get a trash bag and fill it with toys and stuffed animals that they no longer play with. They then put them under the tree for Santa to take back to the North Pole, and he can fill them up and give them to the children next year. Is that an actual word? Yunt. After not using the glue stick I had to buy for college for 2 semesters, it grew salt crystals. It tasted like salt, so I assume that's what it was. This is why animals shouldn't be tested on when we have humans willing to test on themselves. POV, you're having a day out with your family, but then here's some massive brute of a man shout your gamer tag from across the restaurant. If I'm walking around and I see some massive hairy dude say, "First goal, I'm running." Hell no. My grandma, everyone. Are you visiting for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I think so. Do you want me to make something this time? Just your smiling face, okay? Siri, send my grandson the message, please. Protect her at all costs. When you wake up and check your phone to see how much longer you can sleep, but it's right before your alarm rings. In the Emoji Movie, a boy manages to score a date with a girl by sending her a super cool emoji. Yes, this really happened. I'm not joking. It's the emotional climax of the story. Women over 30, men over 30, women in their 20s, men in their 20s, women in their 20s, men over 30, women over 40, men in their 20s, women in their 30s. Before we see a green screen and a boom mic, and after, a cruise ship on the ocean. It's not begging if I'm 10 feet away. I'm deleting Snap. If you want free peas, then go to Asda Fall and hurt your arm and go to customer services and ask for an ice pack and they will give you free peas. How much spare time do people have? Kuchi Saibishi is a Japanese phrase that means when you are not hungry, but you eat because your mouth is lonely. When you can only afford the base model. Happy birthday to our firstborn daughter. Your mum and I are so grateful for you. Did your genes even fight? Me, showing an old rich man with dementia, an AI-generated video of us with a loving family so he writes me into his will. What vapors look like after not hitting a puff for at least 1 minute. When she wants to put her number in your phone, but you got an iPhone 6 in 2024. How I feel after thinking I can get ready in 15 minutes when I have repeatedly proven that I cannot. Carpope condemns Toyotathon as a pagan holiday. Bro, I have a business idea that we can both get rich from. Not even 2 weeks later. Adulthood is realizing that the high school bully is the good guy. He served as a bully is wasn't a good guy. He served as a bulwark against degenerate antisocial behaviors and enforced normality. It's not a coincidence that society started going downhill when anti-bullying campaigns started being enforced in schools. Well, they're not mean because they don't like antisocial behavior. They just want to take out their frustration on someone. Creepy versus confident. Then don't be ugly. If women can constantly be expected to maintain their appearance with makeup, grooming, plastic surgery, then so can you. Chop chop, off to your rhinoplasty consultation you go. When bro accidentally sends the "I'm home alone" text to me instead of his girlfriend. In 2017, a homeless man found a $10,000 check on the street meant for a real estate broker and found a way to return it. So touched, the broker awarded him a place to live and arranged for a job interview. A year later, he was on the board of directors of one of their foundations. Fatherless behavior. Why does my dad get all the credit for the work I put into being a horrible woman? It's crazy how bad Duolingo makes you feel if you miss a few days. Just got an email that said, "So you just give up on all of your goals, huh? We wanted to write this in French, but you wouldn't understand it anyways." The Domino's pizza tracker says Alfred is quality checking my order, but Alfred also made it. Isn't this a conflict of interest? It is no longer possible to see this. Buildings have blocked the sunlight from entering. Lara Croft on Netflix versus the actress that voiced her may easily be the biggest anime betrayal ever. For some reason, the actor's boobs were digitally enlarged. Me realizing the mugger who trapped me in an alleyway is only carrying a knife. I'm concealed carrying. If autism is a spectrum, there's a guy out there who is the most autistic. Guys, I feel like we are losing the plot on what it means to be autistic. To avoid moral confusion, directors should simply put a green circle in the bottom left corner of the screen when the depicted actions are good and a red circle when the depicted actions are bad. Are we all getting brain dead? I hope the woman who forgot the word iced and so asked me for a caramel macchiato on the rocks yesterday is doing well. I also hope the guy who stared at us for a minute and a half and then announced, "Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm on drugs. Go home safely." Hey guys, what the hell happens in this game? I'm actually crying, bro. Why is Piglet in Resident Evil? Midnight snack before I go to sleep. Did a reverse image search, and you're serious. The sun will be set in Barrow, Alaska, and won't rise again until January 22nd. That's 64 days with no sun. Football weather. Donald Trump is not orange. He is a Gyaru, part of Japanese gal culture, which inverts Yamato. What does this mean? The customer is always wrong. Suck my pee-pee. Suck it. You don't know anything. I work here, not you. As a customer, that's fair to be honest. There is no red in this picture. Yes, there is. I can see it. Liar. Okay, I'm gonna blur his name. If you guys can guess the person replying, I'm just gonna laugh. His name begins with A. And it probably is who you're thinking. There's a guy on TikTok who owns a company where you can complain about your boss anonymously, and he goes to your work and cusses them out for you. Casino to release the CRW001 JR ring watch. Anyone? Hey, you wanna hang out after this? Me, mentioning my watch ring at every opportunity. I got a little time. My BBC, bossy boomer coworker, saw me using keyboard shortcuts, and when she noticed I had copied and pasted instead of saying, "Oh neat, what a time saver," she told me it was against company policy. Anytime a beautiful 23-year-old woman in the movie is attracted to a mediocre man played by a comedian who wrote the script, I count it as a plot hole. Just had a great conversation with my cat. We discussed the following. Is he a little baby? He is in fact a little baby. The fact that he's very cute. The origin of how he got to be so cute. Why he is so little. Details as to how he's a good boy. Jay Schlatt, Santa Claus is coming to town. It's a shame Frank Sinatra is dead because a three-way between these guys would have been legendary. Cheating is not bound to happen. I've been alive 18 years and not once have I ever thought, hey, I wonder what would happen if I go outside of my relationship and destroy a person's self-esteem and ability to trust. Why does my son have a spoon stuck to his gaming screen? That I don't know. If you draw, you are no longer allowed to call your art ugly because this literally exists. Hello employee of Fiery Productions here. The reason this video looks so goddamn awful is because of the absolutely ridiculous deadline we got from Dream. We only had a couple of weeks to do this, and thus a lot of these shots were being animated, lighted, and rendered in the last 5 days, so we just went with what we got. And as mentioned, we are a Minecraft animation team. We've never done something like this before, but I think this person is just lying. The saddest Beanie Baby related thing ever is still Trap the Mouse. No birthday. Hi, fun fact. Trap the Mouse doesn't have a birthday because he was the first Beanie Baby. Before Beanie Babies had birthdays, there was Trap the Mouse. Basically, he is too ancient for birthdays. Older than dirt, this one. Elder God. I work in IT, which is the reason our house has mechanical locks, mechanical windows, routers using OpenWRT. No smart home crap. No Alexa. No internet connected thermostats. Relatable. Tech enthusiasts. Everything in my house is wired to the Internet of Things. I can control it all from my smartphone. My smart house is Bluetooth enabled and I can give it voice commands commands via Alexa. I love the future. Programmers and engineers. The most recent piece of technology I own is a printer from 2004, and I keep a loaded gun ready to shoot it if it ever makes an unexpected noise. I like the Beatles, but when I have a bad day, sometimes I look at this Reddit comment and giggle. I hate the Beatles, every last one of them. Jongo, Mongo, Bongo, and Gongo. They can all die for all I care. As Baron Trump grows, he is illustrating in real time my concept of how as a man you get more impressive with height until you hit a point where you start to get less impressive for not being in the NBA. I would hate being really tall. Do you play basketball? The thing about well, I wouldn't say I'm short, I'm like 5'8". I think that's just average height. But you don't get asked questions like, are you one of Santa's elves? But if you're tall, people just always be asking you, hey, do you play basketball? Do you play a sport which requires you to be tall? Did I just yap? That was a pure yap. Wow. Screw using a sock or a tie on the door handle. If you hear Hog Wild from the Crash Bandicoot 1's OST through my door, you know I'm smashing. What do you call these? There's like 15 different names for it. British Twitter gonna find this tweet and be like, lol, I can't believe Americans call them donut holes and not Cockenheimer snuggle tarts.